to, of course, give a statement in regards to the chaos that was witnessed during a funeral service last week on Thursday, a service that was attended by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now, up to now, we do know that Senator Othangwa is inside the DCI offices, of course, accompanied by other leaders, including Makueni Senator, that is Dan Manzo, the lawyer. We've also been told that he's inside with Nyandarua Senator John Methu and former Limuru MP, that is Honorable Peter Mwathi. Remember, yesterday, like I said earlier on, chaos ensued at Nyeri, where the supporters of former Deputy President and his allies clashed with the police officers. Remember, he was summoned to record a statement in Nyeri about the incident that happened in Kiambu. Of course, the senator himself slammed the police yesterday for the chaos that it ensued, and he said he knows. And he said he knows who sent the police officers, but they said they will not allow the government to intimidate them. Now, earlier on, we saw a bit of a scuffle rather, where Royal Media Service camera person was harassed by DCI officers right here at the offices of the DCI, and her camera was confiscated before it was returned, and that is why we are standing almost a kilometer away from the main entrance. We've seen a heavy contingent of police officers outside the main entrance of the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. We've also seen a water cannon just standing by in case the supporters of Senator Karungo Othang will be coming here to stand in solidarity with him. Remember, the allies of the former Deputy President do say that ever since the Deputy President was ousted from office, then the government has been trying all it can to frustrate them, and they say they will not be intimidated. So we'll be trying to, of course, wait until the senator comes out, and then we'll hear from him what he has to say and what he has been told inside the DCI offices. So that is all that we had up to now. Alan Owino will be keeping tabs and just waiting to keep you posted on what will be happening here. Remember, earlier on we spoke to allies of the senator, and they said they will stand by him. They will not allow the senator to be intimidated. And this comes at a time when there is some sort of a political rise in political temperatures here in the country, with President William Ruto calling for calm among the political class. So that is all that we have up to now. Alan Owino, I'll be, of course, coming back to you, but later on we'll be coming back to you with even more detailed reports, and as to whether the senator will be out or not, we'll be staying here pitching tent until he comes out, so that we can get to understand what transpired inside there and what next for the allies of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Owino.
Very well, Ian. Thank you for that update. Ian will be keeping us updated in our subsequent bulletins. Let's move on. Most of the government lands and buildings do not have title deeds, making them prone to grabbers, according to the Lands Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome. Speaking during the performance contract signing at Ardhi House, the Cabinet Secretary said a team has been set to facilitate titling of government lands after the Ministry of Health disclosed Afia House is yet to have a title deed, and a section of Mathare Teaching and Referral Hospital has been grabbed.
It is an exercise that I raised in Cabinet, and we agreed that the State Department themselves and government agencies will have to look through and give us the data of their property, because they know their property, they know where the challenges are, and then seek for professional registration work or conveyance work for us to produce titles for them. Of course, some properties, especially the, it's not idle land, but land that has no building standing on it is the one that is mostly exposed.
Most of the buildings, you'll realize that they are gazetted. They are gazetted, or a legal notice issued that this is a government building. And that was taken to be sufficient then, that so long as it is in the planning that this is a Ministry of Health, it is gazetted as a Ministry of Health, it was considered sufficient then. But now we've realized that now we need to title them. Part
of PS for lands, he has to give the numbers of titles. We've already committed to around 380,000 titles. Indeed, last year we achieved 444,000. State Department for Lands must give the country more revenue through stamp duty. Generally is the collector of stamp duty, working with Kenya Revenue Authority. I think when he joined, and I want to commend him, we were collecting about 9 billion in that component. He is now at 12 billion. I am demanding from him I will demand for, by end of financial year, to double that.
Kenya Union of Clinical Officers, KUCO, has threatened to withdraw their services come the 23rd of this month following the rollout of social health insurance, which they claim is discriminatory. Protesting outside the Ministry of Health buildings, they say clinical officers have been blocked from offering services under the new health insurance model. They further accused them of being corrupt, calling for the disbandment of the SHA board. Let's listen in on the same.
Why do you watch? Wakati sisi madaktari tunakanyangwa. Why do you? And why are you there? If at all, Madam CS, you are incapacitated again, kindly leave the office. There are a lot of Kenyans, including myself, who can be a very better CS and solve the issues of doctors, because we are in the ground and we know what is really ailing this health sector. Number last, we have lost our colleagues. Do you know why we have lost our colleagues? Because of frustrations, stress and depression. But the best the ministry can see is mental health talk webinars. There are some issues that cannot be solved by wellness programs that are online. We like seeing our psychologists face to face. These things that you address us online, we don't want. What we want is our salaries, and our salaries as per the CBA 2017. Thank you so much. Nampitisha hivyo vile tumesema leo.
Is this a one-day demonstration?
This will not be a one-day demonstration. This will not be a one-day demonstration. As you can see, the union is not here. These are the junior doctors of this great country who feel stressed and depressed because their rights are not being met. We are so agitated by this ministry and the government at large. We want our issues solved to the latter. And that is by paying us as per the CBA 2017. After that, you can renegotiate the CBA with the union. There's no way. Last year you pay people as per the CBA, and this year you come and start paying people peanuts. What has changed? The economy is so bad. There's a lot of inflation. And then you reduce the salary of doctors by 70%. We shall not accept that. We work. And you know the working hours have not changed. We work more than 36 hours and per week more than 100 hours. That it means per day you are paid 85 shillings. Je, huo ni ungwana jameni? We don't want that. We want to be addressed by not the CS and the President of the Republic of Kenya to sort our issue, because it seems the people whom he put in these offices are not doing so. We have come for a lot of negotiations in these offices and nothing has changed. You cannot tell me we were negotiating with stones. Negotiations means we come half-half. Right? When we come to these offices, we live with more frustrations and more stress. It's as if we were talking to ourselves or the furniture. Jameni. Thank you. Oh, and this guy has one of our representatives also has a speech, and we have also a lady here who does want to address it.
Okay. So it is quite alarming how the
Treasury CS John Mbadi has urged professionals and the youth to engage in meaningful networking activities to better their career lives. Speaking at the first anniversary of the Lilian Ngala Network, a community committed to empower individuals to unlock their true potential, Mbadi emphasized on the need for people to create value in their relationships and not to look at networking from a one-sided lens of how one can be assisted. Lilian Ngala, on her part, underscored the role networking plays in catapulting one to the next level of their careers.
We came here simply to talk about networking. And one would ask, can anyone make it through networking? And don't answer me. Just answer yourself. Can anyone make it through networking? It's not just about how you can be helped in the networking space, how to network, to be helped, to move up. It's also about your value. It's about your worth. For you to remain relevant in the networking space, you must have some value.
As Lilian Ngala Network, we're about just connecting people, forging interactions where people can exploit opportunities, possibilities, so that they can grow, that is career-wise, personal life. Once the network has picked up from within the country. I'm looking at how we can grow it to the region. Because at the end of the day, we need to do business with our neighbors. We need to get jobs from how we can just interact and work with one another from the region. So mine is to go outside Kenya. My dream is not just to be within this country, is how can we grow even to the East African region and to the continent as a whole.
As Africa continues to lead in AI-driven solutions, owing to its youthful, dynamic workforce and rapidly growing tech ecosystems, an initiative that will accelerate advancements in artificial intelligence has been launched. With the highest average entrepreneurial rate in the world and significant investment growth, the continent is thriving in innovation. Already, more than 2,400 AI startups in Africa are transforming industries and creating new job opportunities at a rapid pace. To foster collaboration between startups and industry, Microsoft has unveiled the AI initiative that will also mark the launch of its strategic collaboration with NVIDIA aimed at accelerating AI startup development in Africa.
The impact we've had so far in the last 2 to 3 years that we will still be continuing in this journey is we are actively engaging more than 12,000 startups. We are giving those startups an opportunity through the Founders Hub to access our technology initially for free with the credits that we give access to, and an ability for them to be coached and get specialist technical skills and support as they generate and continue developing their solution.
When you're starting off your company or you're starting off your venture, especially if it's a technology-based company, you see how you can host your infrastructure, how you can sort of leverage off other types of technology. And this is where Microsoft has come in for us. They've held our hand from day one. So we haven't had to worry about the technology aspect or the infrastructure aspect. And I think other startups now that are coming in, that are being founded, they need this sort of support. So this is on the technical side.
The partnership with Microsoft presents to us and other budding startups and entrepreneurs that opportunity to have a bird's eye view, a global view, so from the onset they're able to position their startups for global scale, even as they work towards localizing their product. So working local, but...
The political party's liaison committee has blamed Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka for allegedly undermining the process of selecting new IBC commissioners. This is after the church leaders came out strongly to ask for new IBC commissioners. Speaking in Nairobi, Augustus Muli, who was selected from the minority side, has blamed Kalonzo for inciting the public against the smooth process of the exercise. Muli claims that his name was dropped by Wiper Party after being elected among the 3 as IBC Select Committee members.
Part of the problem why we don't have
as soon as you are ready. Why we will not have an IEBC this time to debunk the hypocrisy. So we can see.
The process has been done properly, in a transparent manner. Everything went well until the party leader of Wiper Party decided that he wanted his own candidate. And the name of the person who had been legally elected was changed overnight. And it's because of that that we've gone to court. And I am happy that the churches are coming out and calling on us, calling on the country, giving an ultimatum that this matter must be solved within 2 weeks. And I'm saying this matter, as my colleague is saying, this has got nothing to do with government. This matter is strictly in Azimio. This is an Azimio matter.
How much hostage can we hold the projects, the plans of this country? And I stand and I tend to agree with the president when he says there are some people who have got spirits which are just condemning or talking negative against the plans and the projects of the government. This is one of the spirits of condemning and delaying and holding hostage the plan of institution of IBC.
My humble plea to the church our humble plea is this. Please direct that question to Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and Augustus Muli. Call them and sit them down. And you are prayerful men and you can tell the truth. You will tell who is trying to steal from another.
Well, K24 News takes a short break at this point. We'll be back with more updates in a short while.
Are you a church and seeking to reach an even bigger congregation? K24 TV and Kameme TV are